And welcome to the January edition of Channel 34 News. I'm Lisa Prado.
And I'm Ahmed.
Some highlights of this month's broadcast are the DECA regional competitions, midterms, rep theater, and a milestone achieved in Raider sports. But first, let's go to a brief public service announcement.
From the McGruff files, the case of the Tucson tip-off. In the Midtown area of Tucson, Arizona, things were no doggone good. Burglaries were up, spirits were down, and folks were fed up. So they worked with police to get their neighborhood back. They organized community watch groups. In just 3 weeks, burglaries were down 30%. The people of Tucson are making a difference, and you can too. Write this down, and I'll show you how you can help take a bite out of crime.
On January 14th, the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School DECA chapter participated in regional competitions at Middlesex County College. Members competed by taking written tests and role-playing business situations. 34 News sent on-location reporter Nicole Barone out to speak with DECA member Avi Horev prior to the competition.
Or a member of DECA. Avi, can you please tell me what DECA is doing this month?
Well, Thursday we're going to regional competitions at Mercer County College, and the only other main event that's new is we're holding a lock-in for MDA, and it's really hard to explain, so I won't explain it, but it could raise almost $10,000 for muscular dystrophy, so that's about it.
Are you guys doing anything special besides that?
This month, no, that's it. I mean, the competitions are pretty hectic, and then states are going to be in February, so we're all working on our projects for states. Okay,
and good luck in states, and now back to the students.
A stressful time of the year is approaching students at the high school. It is midterm exam time. Midterms begin on January 25th and continue through January 28th. Teachers are beginning to prepare students for these very important tests. Cheryl Wolgamuth went on location to ask some students their opinions on midterms and how they're preparing for them.
Hi, this is Cheryl Wolgamuth reporting for Channel 34 News. Here with me are
Connor Lee,
Amy Boatwright, Christine Taylor, Kaylee Becker, Dana Horning. Midterms are coming up on January 25th. With them being so close, how do you feel prepared? Do you feel like you're prepared for your midterms?
Yes, I feel I'm prepared for the midterms as much as I can be.
Yeah, I'm pretty prepared, but I have really good teachers like Mr. Thomas who are going to do a complete review about 3 days before we have our test, so I should be okay.
Well, I'm not prepared at all, but I do plan on preparing myself the night before the test, so I should do a good job.
Well, combined with some teacher review and some midnight cramming the night before, I should be pretty prepared.
I've got to get organized. Everything's in my locker all over the place, but I hope I'll do okay.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
The Teen Involvement Program is an active organization here at the high school. The group works mostly with 8th graders and helping them with their questions about the high school. Susan Douglas went on location to speak with TIP's Vice President Gar Stevenson to find out more.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Sue Douglas reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with Gar Stevenson, a TIPS officer. Gar, can you tell me what you guys are doing now?
Right now in TIPS, we're scheduling a run over to the middle schools, Park and Terrell. We're going to be talking to the 8th graders about coming to the high school and some of the problems that they might be a little bit nervous about, and have them ask questions about getting around, classes they can take and everything. Any questions they have, they can ask us, and that's mainly what TIPS is all about. It's a good program.
Okay, and are there who are the officers?
Kate O'Connor, a junior, she's the president this year. I'm vice president, and Lee Spielvogel is the secretary.
Okay, and what are your future plans?
We're also scheduling a trip over to Runnels Hospital, where we're going to be taking the elderly down to a little bowling, and we're going to be giving them manicures also.
Okay, great. Now back to the studio.
Each year, the Student Government Association participates in many projects and fundraisers for the high school. Members of SGA are Amy Argento, Jill Volden, Mike Marcavecchio, Steve Denizzo, Danielle Massar, Todd Flannery, and Zaki Quarishi. Beth Andrews went on location to speak with SGA members about some of their accomplishments.
Hi, I'm Beth Andrews, and I'm here on location with Jill Volden and Amy Argento, two of the SGA officers. Amy, what are some of the things that SGA has been doing?
We had Hat Day, and we had Dress Up Day, and Senior Citizen Day is coming up in the spring.
Okay, and what are some of the fundraisers?
Right now we have a computer dating service going on where we have everyone fill out this chart, and it tells them who they're compatible with in their whole high school, and that's only $1. And we're also having Carnation Day, which is coming up before Valentine's Day.
Okay, thanks, and now back to the studio.
Junior year is often known as the most difficult in all 4 years of high school. Not only do colleges pay the most attention to this year, but the junior research paper is required. This month, many junior English classes are working on this project. Katie O'Connor went on location to talk with juniors about their research papers.
Now I'm here with
Prasad.
and
Billy.
you guys are in Mr. Patterson's English class also, and are you still working on your research paper?
Yes.
And which author are you working on?
Raymond Bradbury.
And how about you, Bill?
John Updike.
And when is the term paper's due on Friday, right?
Yeah.
And how's it going for you?
Well, I got it started. Other than that, I'm almost done.
Oh, good. How about you, Prasad?
Oh, I'm almost finished.
Did you find it hard to work on?
No, not really.
How many pages was it?
It'll turn out to be about 20 typed. That's like the minimum.
Okay, great, guys. Best of luck. And now back to the studio.
Each year, seniors at the high school are given egg babies in their senior health classes. Students are to take care for their babies for 1 full week. The project is to show students some responsibility that goes along with caring for a child. Teacher requires students to take their eggs everywhere they go and keep a journal of daily activities. If a student wants to go somewhere without their baby, they must pay a babysitter to watch their eggs. Karen Nicodemus went on location to speak with some parents about their egg babies and their projects.
And I'm here with the new parents of egg babies, Amy Watson.
Gerard Carcenti.
Okay, Amy, how do you feel about this egg project?
I think it's really good. It shows us how to take care of babies, I guess, in the future or something.
Okay, and how about you?
Same thing.
All right, do you have a partner?
No, I don't. I'm a single parent.
Okay, and what are your babies' names?
I have a girl and a boy. The girl's name is Lane Ashley and the boy is Jefferson Kane.
Okay, and how about you?
My wife is Jocelyn Barbier, and the kid's name is Tobias Wazoo.
Now I'm here with
Brenda Schwartz.
Brenda. What do you think about this egg baby project?
Well, I'm not too fond of it, but it's a grade. Pretty easy, so.
Okay, and do you have a husband?
Yes.
What's his name and what's the baby's name?
Bracky Rays, and we're not really sure what we're going to call the baby yet.
Okay, well, good luck with the project, and now back to the studio.
The Future Business Leaders of America have been working very hard this month. Along with reading to first graders each Tuesday at Coles Elementary School, the organization competed in regional competitions at Middlesex County College. Emily Gray went on location to speak with FBLA State Officer Jen Curtin to find out more.
Hi, this is Emily Gray reporting for Channel 34 News. I'm here with Jen Curtin, State Officer for FBLA. Jen, who are the other officers?
Well, our other state officer is Zahid Qureshi, and he's a historian. And our local officers are Trish Onsorg, Jason Washburn, Renu Dogra, Karen Morelli, Ken Kimball. Who else? I don't know. We have a whole bunch.
Okay. Have you guys done anything recently?
We just went to the our regional competition, and we had about 6 winners, and we're soon to find out for results if we have more winners.
Okay, great. Are you guys going to do anything in the future?
Well, we have states coming up in March, and our next state executive board meeting is in February.
Okay, great. Thank you. And good luck in your competitions. Thanks. Back to the studio.
This January is a busy month for members of the Black Student Union. In addition to Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, the club is preparing for 2 exciting activities. Here's Abdul Majid to find out more about these future plans.
Hello, my name is Abdul Majid, and I'm here with
Kiana Montgomery. I'm head of education for the Black Student Union.
And
Lynette Horn, treasurer of the Black Student Union.
So I heard the Black Student Union has things planned for Black History Month. Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, well, we have a lot of activities planned. We're really going to combine with the Students Concerned for the Needy, and we're working on having a benefit concert and a dance, which all proceeds will go to the needy.
What other activities do you have planned for this year?
February 11th, we're going to the Crossroads Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey to see a play called The Disappearance.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
Each month, 34 News selects an accomplished senior to be the Senior of the Month. The student can excel in academics, sports, music, theater, or just about anything. This month, the student chosen is active in Repertory Theater, the Drama Club, and 34 News. Ed Sorger went on location to speak with this outstanding senior.
Hi, this is Ed Sorge reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with January Senior of the Month, 34 News' own Dana Marks. Dana, what activities are you involved in and out of school?
Okay, Ed, well, in school I'm involved with the Repertory Theater. I'm vice president, and I also have one of the leads in this year's production of Fiddler on the Roof. I'm president of Drama Club, and I hope to be running a Festival of the Performing, Literary, and Visual Arts later on this year. I'm also managing editor and hard news anchor of 34 News Update, which is the weekly news program, as you well know. And outside of school, I'm on the executive board of my youth group. I take a college course, and I also have an acting class and private vocal lesson.
And is there anything that's going on with these groups that you just mentioned?
Well, Repertory Theater will be holding their show the first weekend of April from Thursday until Saturday. And Drama Club, as I said, will hopefully have the festival later, possibly toward April or May. And as for my youth group, anybody that's interested, it's Temple Shalom in Plainfield and can just get in contact with the Temple. We have a lot of different trips and activities going on. And my acting class and vocal lessons will be having a showcase in June.
And finally, do you have any advice for underclassmen that aren't as involved in as you?
Well, the advice I would give is not everybody could be completely involved. You have to go at your own pace and make sure that you have time to get all of your schoolwork done and other requirements first. And you'll always have time to do more in college, and even after college, you could always get involved with whatever you want.
Okay, thank you, Dina. And now back to the studio.
And we'll be back after this message.
Thanks so much. Okay. Gotta get them. Bye. See you later.
Nice boxers.
Thanks. Kid, I really love them. They're so comfortable.
I know, they show spirit and they're great price, and you support the junior class at the same time.
Yeah.
They're perfect.
I gotta go to gym. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Support the junior class. Buy a pair of boxer shorts for $15 a pair, and they'll be saying nice boxers to you too.
And here's Shannon Manigault with Washington Entertainment.
Thanks, Ahmed. For this month's Faculty Member of the Month, Kelly J. went on location with a teacher who was very involved in the AFJ ROTC program at the high school. Now let's go to the interview.
Hi, this is Kelly Johnson with January's Faculty Member of the Month, Chief Rubisky. Hi, Chief. Can you tell me how many years you've been in the Air Force?
Yes, Kelly, I did 23 years of active duty, and I retired in 1978.
And how many years have you been a teacher?
I've been here at the school for, this is my 11th year. In fact, I'm pretty proud of the ROTC program here at the high school since I started it.
Okay, and can you tell us some of your outside hobbies besides teaching?
Yes, I like to do woodwork, and I'm an avid bowler, so.
And finally, what is the secret of your success?
Well, I guess if I had to say there was any secret to my success, I'd have to say that I guess it's my love for young people, and I like working with them, and I think it keeps me young.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And now back to the studio.
Being that we're in the middle of the winter season, we see a lot of fashions around the high school. For this month's edition of Fashion and Fads, Allison Wolf takes a deeper look into the winter styles of this season.
Hello, this is Allison Wolf reporting from imaginary winter and summer vacation hotspots. Button up your overcoat when the weather's cold and head for the hills of Killington, or perhaps if you're lucky enough, the hills of Aspen or Gstaad, Switzerland. After a day on the slopes, you might wear this fun coat sporting America's favorite mouse, Mickey that is, and his favorite babe, Minnie, while you're on way to the lodge for a cup of hot chocolate. Or, if you feel like Midas, who says all that glitters is not gold, just check out this one-of-a-kind gold lame ski jacket. Aruba, Jamaica, oh, I want to take you. Anywhere where it's 110 degrees in the shade. It's a perfect vacation for me. The well-dressed native will be wearing applique shorts. Doesn't this make you hungry for a Big Mac or maybe an order of fries? And now, to put the frosting on the cake, temporary tattoos are the must-have fashion accessory for anyone on Mr. Blackwell's list. Well, till next time, bon voyage from Troll World.
There are many talented artists here at the high school. Some of these students are in Mrs. Siegel's art classes. Their works include airbrush, mechanical drawings, and sketches. Now let's take a look at some of their accomplishments. The Scotch Plains Fanwood High School Repertory Theater Group is getting ready to put on the award-winning play Fiddler on the Roof. The group is under the advisorship of history teacher David Mulder and parent Susan Saunders. Some of the main parts are being portrayed by Ethan Ash as Tevye, Dana Marks as Golda, Colleen Kraft as Seidel, Ed Swartz as Model, the tailor, Josh Gephardt as Laser Wolf, the butcher, and Francis Englert as Perchik.
Are This is Ed Sorge reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with Josh and Sue Gephardt, 2 members of Rep Theater. I hear you guys are putting on a play. When is it and what is it?
It's Fiddler on the Roof, and April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
And who are some main parts in the play, Josh?
We have Ethan Nash playing Tevye. We have Dana Marks playing Golda, Ethan's wife. We have Colleen Kraft playing Seitel. We have Jen Kohler playing Huddle. We have Amy Boatwright playing Hava. We have Josh Gephardt playing Laser Wolf. We have Ed Sorge playing Muddle Come Soil.
And then there's Dan Ladati
playing Yenta, the matchmaker.
Okay, thanks, guys, and good luck at the play.
Thank you.
Now back to Shannon.
The play is being held on April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at 8 p.m. at the high school. Tickets will be on sale in late March. Now we'll be back after a brief public service announcement.
It's time for You Lost Your Life with your hosts, Crash Dummies, Vince and Larry. Hi.
Hello. And welcome to the show that proves if you don't buckle your safety belt, the loser is you.
That's right, Vince, and by not buckling up, you could end up in places you never dreamed.
Like traction!
Or the emergency room!
Plus, Larry, if you're not buckled up, you could maybe take a ride in a beauty like this. Stay tuned!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
And now let's go to sports with Amy Murphy.
Thanks, Lisa. The SBF wrestling team is undefeated. The team is unsurpassed by any in the area, with 6 matches ending victoriously, including a tie over crosstown rival Westfield. The team is now looking forward to their conference and district tournaments, as well as continuing their prevailing record. Will this be a state championship team? Christy Santo went on location to speak with a few of the team members. Now let's go to the interview.
And I'm on location with 3 members of the varsity boys wrestling team. Greg Atkins, George Mendez, and Jeff Chacon. Greg, how's your team coming along so far?
Well, we started out 6-0, which is a pretty good start for us, so we're hoping to do well.
Okay, and what are some upcoming tough matches you're going to have?
Well, we have Union, Westfield, and Railway coming up, and they're pretty tough.
Okay, and Jeff, how do you expect the season to turn out?
I think it should come out pretty well. We should win the conference, and hopefully the district tournament. That's what we're looking forward to.
Okay, well, best of luck. Now back to the studio.
The girls' basketball team is turning many heads. They have a record of 6 wins and 4 losses, and they're looking to move forward and perform well in the county and state tournaments as well, which will take place in February. We sent Abdul Majid on location to speak with Faith McGriff, one of the team's most valuable players.
Hello, my name is Abdul Majid, reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with
Faith McGriff.
So Faith, how was the Christmas tournament that just came up?
The first game we played real well. We had our defensive was real good, and the second game we didn't play defense that well, and so that's basically the reason why we lost.
And how's the season so far?
So far we're 4-3. We've lost to Shabazz, Cranford twice, and so far I think we're doing pretty well until after our key players who've been injured come back. We should do real well.
And who are your key players?
Colleen Haight, who's a senior, she's our center, and Keegan, who's in 9th grade, she's been hurt. Melanie Romano, who's another senior, and me, I guess.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
Colleen Haight is a 4-year varsity starting player. She has been aiming for the 1,000-point mark since her freshman year. On January 19th, this achievement was accomplished. Going into the game, Colleen needed 12 more points. In the 4th quarter of the team's game against Linden defense, she hooped a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
So get the whole picture.
I got the whole picture. Scoreboard number.
The Raiders boys basketball team has gotten off to a difficult start. The team's record is 3 wins and 8 losses. Coach Leonardi comments, the team is not as bad as their record indicates. Karen Nicodemus went on location with 2 of the team's members. Now to the interview.
Nicodemus reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with basketball players.
Joe Gentili.
Matt Engel.
Joe, who are your captains this year?
Eric Bowser and Todd Flannery.
And Matt, how's the season been going so far?
We started off real rough, but we're coming together as a team now, and hopefully the season will get better.
Okay, and Joe, what do you think your toughest competition is going to be?
Our toughest competitor will probably be Elizabeth, which they are every year because they're a really strong team.
Okay, good luck, and now back to the studio.
The winter track team is dominating all their opponents. They are undefeated and have taken 15 victories. The team also took first place in the county tournament. Let's go to the interview with Sean Considine and Greg Carroll to find out more.
Greg, how's your season going so far?
We're doing pretty good. We had the counties yesterday.
How'd the county tournament go?
We came in first place. Steve DeTrilio won the 220. I won 60 meter, and John Rusnak won the shot put.
Who are your key members this year?
Steve DeTrilio, Eric Graff, and Chuck Reed.
Okay, thank you. Now back to the studio.
The swim team is made up of both male and female swimmers and divers. The swimmers must be talented in freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly. They swim anywhere between 50 meters to 500 meters, which is equivalent to 1 lap up to 10 laps. They also participate in relays and individual medleys. The divers are scored individually on technique, form, and degree of difficulty, and a score of 0 to 10 is given. 5 wins have been accomplished and only 1 loss by the aquatic raters. Diane Katner spoke with Ed Kowalik, this month's most valuable player, who is an excellent distance swimmer in freestyle, and who also was part of the school record-breaking medley relay team. Now to the interview.
Hi, I'm Diane Katner on location with Ed Kowalik, this month's MVP for swimming. Ed, can you tell us a little bit about how the swim season is going this year?
Swim season this year is going pretty well. We've only had 1 loss against Westfield. That was pretty much expected, except that, we got 20 points closer than normal. So other than that, it's been going pretty well.
Okay, and how's your personal record going?
Personally, I've been doing okay for high school, but times haven't been what they should have been.
Okay, well, good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Now back to the studio.
They may have fewer fans, they may have far less members, but the Scotch Plains Fanwood bowling team is still going strong. Although the team has a losing record, they hope to improve their play and finish their season successfully. Cheryl Wagamuth went on location with Brian Peterson, a valuable player for the bowling team. Now to Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Wagamuth reporting for Channel 34 News. Here with me is Brian Peterson, one of the captains of the bowling team. Brian, who are some of your key players?
Well, our varsity lineup this year is Jim Daugherty, Sue Keller, Shannon Menegault, Jeff Vanderhoff, and myself.
And how's your season going?
Well, right now we're 0-3. We're not off to a great start, but it looks like we can get a little better. We have a match tomorrow, Thursday, against Seton Hall.
Okay, thank you. Now back to the studio.
School spirit filled the gym where the Winter Pep Rally was held on December the 18th. The winter sports, including wrestling, basketball, swimming, track, and bowling, were announced, and students and faculty were introduced to the team members and coaches. Crowds were entertained by JV and varsity cheerleaders. It proved to be an exciting event to all who were filled with enthusiasm and spirit. Although all players are looked upon as valuable, there were a few that stood out in the coaches' minds. This month's MVPs are as follows. Boys basketball, Eric Bowser. Girls basketball, Colleen Haight and Faith McGriff. Swimming, Ed Kowalik. Winter track, Steve DeTrilio. Wrestling, Mike Marcavecchio. And bowling, Brian Peterson. That's all for sports. Now back to Amit.
Thank you, Amy. An important issue that is confronting our nation this month is the renewal of hostilities in the Middle East. As you all know, in mid-January, the United States and its allies once again took military action against Iraq. This leads us to this month's poll question. President Bush authorized the bombing of Iraq just days before leaving office. We asked 100 students, do you feel that A, President Bush was correct in ordering these new airstrikes? B, President Bush should have waited until President-elect Clinton assumed office and let him decide what to do? C, President Bush wanted one last chance to get back at Saddam Hussein, so he created a crisis in order to justify this action? Or D, undecided at this time? And now let's get some student opinions on this topic.
Yes, my name is Walter Cooper. I'm a senior at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. I believe that Bush should have ordered the bombing because Saddam and his army had it coming.
My name is Whitney Dixon. I'm a senior.
I believe that President Bush ordered the bombing only because people didn't really appreciate what he's done as a president. You know, he led us to a recession and all that. So he just felt in order to get himself back in higher fame, he should order the bombing. It's not really necessary.
All right, I don't think he should have done it.
I don't think Bush was right in bombing Iraq because we're going to need him to control Iran.
I feel that it was necessary for us to do that airstrike because we had to show Saddam Hussein that we weren't backing down.
Hi, I'm Tony Tomelis. I think that George Bush is just trying to make up for something. He realized he made a mistake with the Gulf War situation, and I think Brooks is just trying to get back at Saddam Hussein since he realized he made a mistake last time.
It's Darren Yezo, and I think that George Bush made the right move by striking Iraq because Saddam Hussein got a little rowdy down there.
Hi, this is Jenna Fox. I personally think George Bush should have waited till Clinton got into office because it's not fair for Clinton.
The results of the poll question are 30% said that A, President Bush was correct in ordering these new airstrikes. 42% said that B, President Bush should have waited until President-elect Clinton assumed office. 18% said that C, President wanted one last chance to get back at Saddam Hussein, and 10% said D, they were undecided at this time.
School spirit is an often talked about subject at the high school. Many feel school spirit is at a low and are working hard to increase it. Others feel school spirit is just fine, and still some think it goes too far. Here's Dana Marks with her opinion.
I've always thought that school spirit was something that inspires athletic teams, encourages clubs, and makes the student body feel as if they are all reaching for one common goal. I also believe that a little friendly competition and rivalry can be a positive thing. Scotch Plains Fanwood High School and Westfield High School have traditionally been bitter rivals. On Friday, January 15th, 1993, a wrestling meet was hosted by Scotch Plains Fanwood High School for the SPF-HS Westfield meet. As an SPF student, I heard all of the chattering in the halls and I felt the excitement and anticipation. It seemed as if the entire school was going to be on hand to support our team. I felt that this was a welcome change from the vision of empty bleachers that usually meets our athletes. Scotch Plains Fanwood Westfield games have always had enormous turnouts. I remember attending my brother's soccer games at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School nearly 10 years ago and feeling overwhelmed by the large number of students and the sight of police keeping a watchful eye on the spectators. Things as I remember them were peaceful and playful then, despite the rivalry. I couldn't wait until I was old enough to be a part of it. Now I am a senior in the high school, and students at both schools are pushing all the buttons they can to provoke so-called spirit from one another. At the wrestling meet, the number of Scotch Plains Fanwood students was so great that they stretched all the way across both the Scotch Plains Fanwood side and Westfield side of the balcony-level bleachers in the gymnasium. Westfield students began placing themselves wherever they could fit. There was much yelling and cheering people on from both sides, and there's no problem with that. Some SPF-HS spectators had painted themselves their school color of blue. Many of them were carrying tomahawks in honor of the team named the Raiders. Faculty members in attendance had to confiscate these symbols because they posed a safety threat, but that was only the beginning. A few SPF-HS students took it upon themselves to make a large banner in order to encourage their team. Unfortunately, this sign was obscene and unnecessary. Once again, in an effort to maintain some form of control, the faculty members confiscated the banner. In return for trying to keep control on the mass of observers, the offending students thanked the faculty members by cursing at them and telling them off. Those few students were removed from the meet, but that didn't even put a dent into the number of onlookers left. The rest of the meet went on without many potential problems. The teams ended in a tie. This disappointed Scotch Plains Fanwood fans because they had been in the lead up until the end. This also frustrated Westfield fans because they got so close to victory but didn't quite make it. After the game concluded, the high school students' childish antics started once again. Westfield allegedly threw an M80 at Scotch Plains, and in return, Scotch Plains allegedly broke windows in a few Westfield cars. It can't be said by anyone that one school is more at fault than the other. Both schools must share in the responsibility. Students from both schools can think of reasons to justify their destructiveness, including saying that it's part of school spirit. I have heard students say that the Board of Education keeps trying to find new ways to encourage us to have school spirit, so why not this? My answer for that is simple. That was not school spirit. It was only destructive and hurtful. Having one school trash the other's property or physically harm students is not showing support or pride toward your school. What it actually is a reason for the schools to earn bad reputations, and it will make the athletic department be one of the first programs to go if programs ever had to be cut because of funding problems. An old cliche says, a few bad apples spoil the bunch. This saying is very fitting for the situation. The actions of a few students are causing the entire school community to be looked down upon. I, for one, do not want to suffer because of other people's stupidity. It's time for both Scotch Plains-Fanwood High School and Westfield High School to step back and look at what they have done to one another and their communities. As an SPFHS student, I would like to apologize to Westfield students for the actions by some of our students on Friday, January 15th. I would like to see these problems worked out. I think it has to be the students themselves that do so.
This month's broad edition of Channel 34 News. Please stay tuned for Channel 34 News Update, which immediately follows this broadcast. For Shannon Manigault, Lisa Pareto, and Amy Murphy, I'm Amit Dogra saying thank you, and thank you for joining us.